Hi everyone, welcome to another FFT Arena match. This is Silentcaster here, bringing you today Shadow Dragon's team on top, Firecross, versus Rouroni Elmdor's team on the bottom, known as Ladies of the Night. Let's start off reviewing Shadow Dragon's team. We've got Blast Burn the Squire, Burn Heal the Bard, Willow Wisp the Lancer, and Full Restore the Paladin. Sort of a fire absorb team. We'll get to that in a moment. But first of all, the Squire has Grand Cross, a few other skills. Yeah, just a basic Grand Crossing Squire here. Black costume, Angel Ring. Yeah, we've all seen these kinds of setups before. Concentrate, so he will always hit his target, especially since he can't be blinded. Yeah, so decent setup here for a Grand Crossing Squire. We've got a Bard here with White Magic, Fairy Harp for the Charm procs, Black Costume, Green Beret, so he will be able to move around the map pretty well. Cherishi, so he has a little bit of protection and magic to fend up as well. So he'll be well protected when he's trying to cast his Raise 2 and his Cure. Strangely enough, no Asuna. I think Audibo did mention that, but probably wouldn't hurt to put it on this guy. Just because, like, if the Paladin goes, then you really have no way to remove status. So you want someone to help you remove status. Lancer here, Javelin, Flame Shield, 10 speed, so she'll be fairly quick. Jade Armlet, does Ice Absorb for the Flame Shield weakness. Gold Armor to prevent silence. Cross Helmet to give her some MP. She has Balance, couple of jumps, and I believe Sinkhole and Don't Move. Now, you had some remaining JP. I probably would have thrown, like, maybe Haste or Slow, Stop maybe, or something else. And maybe, I don't know that I'd have her with jumps. I mean, she doesn't do that much damage with her jumps, especially with only 50 Brave. So maybe, just have her focus on the time magic. I mean, that's a cool Lancer. I really do like the idea of that. It's just, I think, I don't know, maybe the jumps will help you, to avoid some spells and avoid taking poison damage and whatnot, but I don't know, it's kind of iffy. But still, pretty decent unit overall. And finally, we've got a Paladin here, Tactician's Blade. So he'll be able to move. Actually, oh no, the Lancer doesn't have 4 move. But everybody else on his team does. Basically a support Paladin here. Defense up, so he'll be pretty tanky. Move MP up to keep his MP, and he just has White Magic and a couple of Chivalry skills. Strangely enough, this is the only unit that actually used his maximum 3,000 JP. So anyway, yeah. Now, one thing I want to point out, Shadow Dragon, you're kind of going for the fire absorb here, but this is the only unit that actually uses fire. And the main weakness with an elemental absorb team is that they have to rely on their equipment in order to absorb, to do their job of absorbing their element while still dishing damage out. Now, the advantage to them is that they're able to all heal each other and keep each other alive and basically beat down the enemy while keeping each other alive. But with only this guy having fire, you kind of have the weakness of the equipment, but you're not getting the full advantage of doing a fire absorb team. So I might have switched a couple things around. I mean, I think all of these units are good by themselves. This paladin, I'm not sure why he doesn't have 70 faith, but other than that, he's fine. Um, but I mean, I think all of these units are decent by themselves. It's just on a fire absorb team, I'm not sure. Oops, I'm sorry. I'm not sure that's what you're really going for, but just thought I'd mention that. As far as Rouroni Elmdor is concerned, he has a single class challenge team. He has Pie the Needle, the Oracle, Crystal Viper, the Oracle, Wallop, the Oracle, and Spank, the Oracle. Okay, so take a look at these guys real quick. These are basically a set of twins here. Swap out the perfumes for the defense ups, and you have two sets of twins. They both have Petrify, Raise 2, Cure 2, Asuna, and I believe one other white magic. Wall, I believe. So these guys, basically their job is to keep everyone alive when they are in range, or when they're not using their white magic, they will be able to disrupt the enemy with the Octagon Rod or Petrify. Their spells will take a little bit longer because they don't have short charge. Petrify, I believe, is 6 CT, while Raise 2 is 5. So their spells will be slow, but they do have a decent way to stay alive. The only thing I'd worry about is status, since they're not immune to any statuses themselves. But it definitely could work still. This is a two-handed Oracle Whale Whisker, 108 gems. I like that. 12 MA. Really will. This girl will probably be doing like 300 plus damage with her Whale Whisker. Also, her buddy here also has a rubber costume, and these girls don't, but that's okay. Absorb MP, move HP up. Now, she had quite a bit of JP to spare. I've been playing, as most people know, I've been playing with Quickening, and sometimes you can get Quickening to work with an MP skill. I haven't tested, because all this girl has, I believe, is Paralyze. So it may work with Quickening. I'm not sure. I'd have to test it out, but I'll try to do that and let you know. But other than that, I would have given her either Sleep, or Speed Ruin, or both. The reason for that is because this girl may come across, in particular, a monk with Chakra Band, or there's a couple of other people too, where she can't use Charm and she can't use Paralyze. So all she'll be able to do is hit him with the Whale Whisker, and hopefully he doesn't absorb water. But it's possible. So just keep that in mind, that you may want to try to do that, but that's up to you. And this Oracle here just has Haste 2, Slow 2, and I believe Sleep. She also had a lot of JP to spare, but again, she'll be hitting pretty hard, so that's fine. But yeah, she had about, I think, 700 JP to spare. So there's probably a couple of other things you could have given her just to further disrupt the enemy, because that's what Oracles pretty much do the best. But that being said, her Whale Whisker whacks are going to hurt. And yeah, definitely they're going to hurt a lot. This girl has Steel, so she'll be able to steal the accessory if they do absorb water. Yeah. Something interesting is that may happen is if this girl can steal this. Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. It's weak to ice, not water. Okay. Well, anyway, yeah. So we've basically got two pretty fairly offensive teams here. I don't know who the advantage goes to. If either of these two petrify this guy, it's pretty much over as far as status removal and the raises and whatnot. So yeah, that could come into play. But again, you know, this Lancer could get some balances off. This guy, you know, if he manages to land a charm with his Fairy Heart, that could really turn the match around. So we will see what happens here. For our first match, RNG has dictated we are going to go to the last map, which is going to be map 125, the checkboard stairs. Good luck to the both of you. And I'm actually going to do commentary on this match, so we'll see how that goes. Fairly large map, so they'll have some room to get to each other. Not much happening yet. Bard's going for singing. Haste 2 on this side. Haste hits 3 people, which is pretty good. Battle Song really will help the Squire out a lot. Paralyze does hit the Lancer, so she's going to have to fall back. Looks like she's going for a slow 2 and a petrify. And the Paladin gets slowed. That is not good for ShadowDragon. Ooh, and the Squire gets petrified. Oh boy. Yeah, ShadowDragon's in some trouble. And this could spell disaster. If the Paladin gets petrified, yeah, ShadowDragon's going to be in a lot of trouble. Squire does get released from Petrify and does go for a Grand Cross, but it's not going to quite be enough. Yeah. Dragon at all. On the plus side, that did blind those 2 oracles, so they'll have a hard time hitting. And is that a cure or an Asuna? I guess we'll find out. Double cure 2, so those oracles are just fine as far as HP goes. Yeah, Shadow. That's why you want another form of Asuna on this team. Status removal in general. That Oracle's in critical, but it looks like she's going to get a heal. Unless the Bard can get a turn. He doesn't. Not in time, anyway. Ooh. That's not good. She dodged her own heal. Of course, that's because of the blind proc. 3 don't moves. That's kind of funny. Yeah, that Squire goes down. That Oracle's doing a lot of damage. He goes for re-raise. Normally re-raise is a pretty good ability, but on a Grand Crosser, it's iffy. Not to say that it shouldn't be done, but it is a little bit iffy. Just because... Dragon's in quite a bit of trouble in this match here. He's got 2 units slowed, 1 unit don't acted. And now her accessory's gone, so she's going to be able to use, or be hit by those high damaging oracles again. Yeah. So, Rouroni Elmdor should take round 1 pretty shortly here. Down goes the Lancer. Grandpa. You know, if that bard can just get in range and charm one of those oracles, they might be able to use Suna. Not gonna happen this time, though. Also, because they're so highly defensive, the bard may choose to attack the other oracles instead, which will take more damage. Another don't act. Oh, there we go. So Shadow Dragon is trying here. That Lancer's about to go. Charm does get rid of, or I'm sorry, Asuna does get rid of the charm. He does get his MP back, but I don't think it's going to help. Yeah, he goes for heal. Asuna does the don't act. And he gets petrified, so now the bard is all by himself. She reverses what she did when she was charmed. And bard goes for battle song. Won't help him at all, since he has a harp. So these oracles just have to close in now. And once they do, this guy is done. No charm proc. She's gonna get healed. Bard gets don't acted. He is a little bit tanky, but it's not gonna be enough. 3 petrifies to end round 1. So round 2 is going to take place on Mandalia Plains. Round 1, basically, the Paladin got petrified, and then it was over for Shadow Dragon. Just a slow death, basically, of his units as they tried to come back, but weren't quite able to. We'll see if that'll be the case in round 2. If the Paladin's able to not get petrified, he might be able to support his team a little bit better. We shall see. Battle Song from Shadow Dragon could help out too, as this is a little bit larger map, so it might be able to do something for him anyway. And those oracles are hasting themselves. Teams are closing in here. Paralyze hits 2 units, so they're going to fall back. He's not even going to bother with an Asuna. Lancer's going to go for a fairly low damage jump, and that Paladins might get petrified again. Oh boy. 56%, so we'll see. Well, he is slowed. Oh, it missed this time. Luckily for Shadow Dragon. Paralyzed misses too. But they both are slowed, so these oracles are going to get another chance. sinkhole even misses. Oh, very bad luck. 87% too. Oh, wow. Oh, and he does get petrified. Very, very bad luck for Shadow Dragon. Well, we'll see if these 3 units here can try to pull out some kind of a victory. It's not going to be easy, though. Again, if that Bard can just get close enough and possibly charm one, they might use Asuna. But he is choosing to sing and stay in the back for now. Lancers don't acted. Gonna go for Grand Cross before he possibly gets petrified. Oh my goodness, 57 damage. That is not much at all. And she gets fully healed. Petrified does miss, luckily for Shadow Dragon. But the Oracle is going to try again. Well, the other Oracle. And the rest of his team chooses not to do anything about it. Luckily, it does miss again for Shadow Dragon. But they're not gonna miss. They're not gonna miss forever. So Shadow Dragon's team has to do something here. Oh, a charm. That could be big. Of course, he might use heal and just heal it away, but he might actually go and do something. Or the Lancer might get rid of charm for him. This Bard really needs to get closer to the action and help out his buddies. But he is content. And because of that, he's going to get slowed. The Squire is slowly getting stronger, but it's just gonna be an uphill battle at this point. And Shadow Dragon needed that sinkhole. Again, though, it's just not doing enough damage yet. Ooh, a lucky dodge. Well, it was 33%, so not too lucky. And that Oracle does get charmed, but not the right one. As they're going to get rid of it anyway. With Asuna, and then probably a Cure too. Another dodge. Now Shadow Dragon needs that Squire to... Ooh. Yep. Get rid of some of it, but... he will still be within one-shot range. Oh no, he got a full heal out of it. Oh. Don't move could help. She must be going for a Cure too. It's not going to help that Oracle, though. Yeah, these Oracles are just able to recover so quickly. Bull Rush does get rid of the charm, but it does put some damage on it. Which may be a good thing, since maybe now she'll go for balance. No charm proc. Does get rid of that Oracle, but she's going to get rezzed right now. If it does hit. Ooh. And that Bard went down. So that means he's going to get up and use Cure. Or not even get a turn at all. Oracle does take some heavy damage, but is still alive. And she gets all of her HP back. Well, most of it. Ooh, and down goes the Squire. He's going to use Re-Raise. Probably not. Probably not what Shadow Dragon wanted. It's not enough. Bard is probably slowly going to die. Oracle gets fully healed, yeah. So we're basically just waiting for those oracles to close in. Re-raise on the Lancer instead of going for Grand Cross, which means he's going to sit in the corner. Yeah. This is the reason that sometimes you don't want re-raise or like Iron Will on a Grand Crosser, because when they do get up from re-raise and they go for a like a re-raise or something, you know, like that, they're not actually doing what they're intended to do, which is, you know, hurt the enemy. Paralyze does miss the Lancer, but it's not going to matter too much. Bard is crystallized. Lancer can no longer land balances, so she's stuck using her spear, which isn't doing enough. And now those oracles are going to be able to hit her with the two-handed Whale Whisker. Yeah, so we're just waiting. Squire should go down. He'll either get up and use Re-raise or Grand Cross. Yeah, Re-raise. Again, not using Grand Cross, which would have probably been preferred, but at this point it really... He may now get a Grand Cross off since that Oracle is standing right next to him. So he'll be back in the fight, at least temporarily. But again, those Oracles are just able to heal away all the damage that Shadow Dragon can dish out. Oh, but it's not quite enough, and damage split. Oh no. Well, this could KO her. No, it's not quite enough. Lancer goes down. Squire still is alive. Lancer may get back up. Maybe grab a crystal? I'm not sure. She's in range. That Oracle might be blocking her. No, Oracle's blocking her. Well, there goes one Oracle. And I think that was one of the white magic users. Wow, Shadow Dragon's really hanging on here. Raise 2. Oh, it wasn't one of the white magic. Balance takes down that one. Charm misses. Wow. Can Shadow Dragon really come back? Wow, 3 oracles are down. Can Shadow Dragon come back from this? This would be an amazing comeback. Takes a balance to the face. And, wow. Oh, now that Lancer's retreating. And so is the Squire. This is not good. But at least... No, and now both of the white magic oracles are up. Although the high damaging one is... Now the Lancer's actually advancing. Which units in critical, you don't see that very often. Another paralyze. We'll see what happens. Oh, that's interesting. Uses a jump to get out of the way. Does nail it. Ooh. And if this Petrify lands, folks... You did try Shadow Dragon. That was a valiant fight, but unfortunately it just didn't pay off in the end. Good game.